Dear friends, welcome and welcome back to this series of 10 short video clips about Jerusalem, the unique city of Jerusalem, the city of the great king, the city of the valley of decision, and the city of the return of Jesus. In our first clip, we talked about Jerusalem, the city of the great king. In our second clip today, we want to build a connection, a biblical connection between Jerusalem and Abraham. Because it was in fact in the times of Abraham that Jerusalem or Salem was first mentioned in connection with Melchizedek, the very unique and mysterious person quoted in Hebrews 7, without father, without mother, higher than Abraham. He blessed Abraham, and Abraham gave his tithe. So Melchizedek was a very unique personality. He was king of Salem, as we can read in Genesis 14, and I'm quoting verse 18 to 20, where it says, "Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was priest of God Most High, and he blessed Abraham, saying, Blessed be Abram by God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, and blessed be God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your hand. Then Abram gave him tithe of everything." Melchizedek, king of Salem. Jesus, priest, according to the order of Melchizedek, as you can read in Hebrews 7. So this is a very amazing starting point of the history of Jerusalem. It starts around the time of Abraham. And then the second thing that is important about the beginnings of Jerusalem, the roots of Jerusalem, the second fact is also connected to the time of Abraham. And we find it in Genesis as well, a few chapters later, in Genesis 22, and here it talks about the region of Moriah. And Moriah is mentioned later in the Bible a number of times, especially in connection with David and with the Temple Mount. So we see this is a very significant and important place, Moriah, Mount Moriah, region of Moriah. The first time we read in the Bible of Moriah is Genesis 22, verse 2. Then God said, "Take your son," that's Abraham taking Isaac. That's this famous story about Abraham's willingness to sacrifice Isaac. And here it says, the beginning of the story is God said, "Take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the region of Moriah." And talking about Moriah, it says a little later in the same chapter and in the same context in verse 14 of Genesis 22. It says, "So Abraham called the place," and as you know, Isaac was not needed to be sacrificed. God offered a lamb and prepared a ram to be offered instead of Isaac. But what I want to mention here is how God called this place. So Abraham called the place, "The Lord will provide." And to this day it is said, "On the mountain of the Lord it will be provided." So with regard to Moriah, with regard to the Temple Mount as it was called later into our days, it is the mountain of the Lord. Even mentioned and named that way in Genesis 22 already. Jerusalem, Mount Moriah, Abraham, the priest of Melchizedek, the place where Abraham was willing to sacrifice his son Isaac, the son of promise. How deep are the roots of Jerusalem? Isn't that beautiful, and isn't that amazing? May the Lord bless you, and thank you for your attention. Dear praying friends of Israel and the Jewish people around the world, a very, very warm invitation to come to our next Global Prayer Call conference in Jerusalem around Yom Yerushalayim, Jerusalem Day, celebrating the 50th anniversary of the reunification of Jerusalem. Jerusalem, as all of you know, is a very significant city, the most important city in the world. the city of the great King, the city of the Valley of Decision, the city of the return of Jesus. In that city, starting in the evening of May 22 and finishing at the evening of May 25, in the beautiful Down Jerusalem Hotel on Mount Scopus, we will gather. We, intercessors from all around the world, will unite in praise, in celebration, in prayer, and in intercession. Excellent speakers and apostolic prophetic leaders from Africa, Asia, America, Australia, and Europe will be with us. It will be a unique experience, in a unique city, at a unique time. And for those of you who want to join us after the conference, the experience of worshiping, learning, and praying will continue at our guided geopolitical intercessory tour from May 26 to May 31. So once again, a very warm welcome to both the conference and the tour.